Friends, today we shall talk about GSTR2B. In this video, we shall learn all about GSTR2B, for whom it will be available, periodicity of its availability, or types of information it will consist of, date and time of availability of GSTR2B, and what is the usage of this statement. Friends, you have been trying to know about GSTR2B for the last 3 to 4 months, and you might have tried to clear your doubts related to GSTR2B. But whatever you have learned about GSTR2B before notification number 82 by 2020, dated 10th November 2020, will not be very useful. So, you need to know what is GSTR2B in better way or phrase. In this video, we may take time, but be sure we shall make you knowledgeable and clear your doubts related to GSTR2B. We shall not charge any fees for this piece of information. It's free for you, but watch the video till the end for better understanding and subscribe the channel. Friends, GSTR2B is an auto-drafted input tax credit statement. It's a static statement. It means you can't make changes in it. You can view and download it from GST portal for its other use. It will be generated for the registered persons. GSTR2B will be available for every month. GSTR2B shall consist of the information furnished by your suppliers in their respective Form GSTR1, Form GSTR5, and Form GSTR6, along with the data received from ICGate related to your import, including data on imports from special economic zones or CS developers. Friends, in the inception, we shall go through the provisions related to the GSTR2B. Thereafter, we shall go into its detail. Let us have a look of the provisions related to the GSTR2B. Friends, government has introduced GSTR2B in GST regime by substituting Rule 60 of CGST Rule 2017 with effect from 1st January 2021, White Notification number 82 by 2020. Sub-Rule 7 and 8 of Rule 60 are related to Form GSTR2B. On the one hand, Sub-Rule 7 describes about what is GSTR2B, for whom it will be available, periodicity of its availability, and what types of information it will consist of. On the other hand, Sub-Rule 8 says about date and time of availability of GSTR2B. See, this is notification. We start reading the content of this notification related to GSTR2B. As per Sub-Rule 7 of Rule 60, an auto-drafted statement containing the details of input tax credit shall be made available to the registered person in Form GSTR2B for every month electronically through the common portal and shall consist of the details of outward supplies furnished by his supplier in Form GSTR1 between the day immediately after the due date of furnishing of Form GSTR1 for the previous month to the due date of furnishing of Form GSTR1 for the month. Say for example, GSTR2B for the month of January 2021 shall consist of the details of those ITC whose details are furnished by your suppliers in GSTR1 between 12th January to 11th February. Suppose your supplier does not furnish details of his outward supplies related to you for the month of January on or before 11th February, ITC related to purchases made from that supplier will not be reflected in your GSTR2B for the month of January 2021. But if your supplier furnishes details of his outward supplies related to you for the month of January on 12th February, ITC related to purchases made from that supplier will be reflected in your GSTR2B for the month of February 2021. Friends, at this point, if you have any doubts, write them into comment box. We shall reply at suitable time. The next thing said in this provision is the details of invoices furnished by a non-resident taxable person in Form GSTR 5 and details of invoices furnished by an input service distributor in his return in Form GSTR 6. Means, if you have purchased from NRTP or ISD, related ITC will be auto-populated in GSTR2B after the submission of GSTR 5 and 6. Further, it is said in this clause that details of outward supplies furnished by his supplier required to furnish return for every quarter under provision to subsection 1 of section 39 in Form GSTR 1 or using the invoice furnishing facility, as the case may be, for the first month of the quarter between the day immediately after the due date of furnishing of Form GSTR 1 for the preceding quarter to the due date of furnishing details using the IFF for the first month of the quarter. Say for example, GSTR2B for the month of April 2021 shall consist of the details of those ITC whose details are furnished by your supplier using invoice furnishing facility between 14th April to 13th May. For the second month of the quarter between the day immediately after the due date of furnishing details using the invoice furnishing facility for the first month of the quarter to the due date of furnishing details using the invoice furnishing facility for the second month of the quarter. Say for example, GSTR2B for the month of May 2021 shall consist of the details of those ITC whose details are furnished by your suppliers using invoice furnishing facility between 14th May to 13th June. For the third month of the quarter between the day immediately after the due date of furnishing of details using the invoice furnishing facility for the second month of the quarter to the due date of furnishing of Form GSTR 1 for the quarter. For example, GSTR2B for the month of June 2021 shall consist of the details of those ITC whose details are furnished by your suppliers in GSTR 1 between 14th June to 13th July. Further, as per clause 3 of subrule 7 of rule 60, the details of the integrated tax paid on the import of goods or goods brought in the domestic tariff area from a special economic zone unit or a special economic zone developer on a bill of entry in the month. Friends, as per subrule 8 of rule 60, the statement in Form GSTR2B for every month shall be made available to the registered person for the first and second month of a quarter, a day after the due date of furnishing of details of outward supplies for the said month in the invoice furnishing facility by a registered person required to furnish return for every quarter under provision to subsection 1 of section 39 or in Form GSTR 1 by a registered person other than those required to furnish return for every quarter under proviso to subsection 1 of section 39, whichever is later. It means GSTR2B for the month of April 2021 shall be made available on 14th May 2021, and GSTR2B for the month of May 2021 shall be made available on 14th June 2021. In the third month of the quarter, a day after the due date of furnishing of details of outward supplies for the said month, inform GSTR1 by a registered person. It means GSTR2B for the month of June 2021 shall be made available on 14th July 2021. Friends, email or SMS to you will be sent informing you about generation of GSTR2B. So check your email and messages on the date of its generation. Friends, in GSTR2B, Table 3 is a summary of ITC available as on the date of its generation and is divided into credit that can be availed and credit that is to be reversed. Friends, in GSTR2B, Table 4 is a summary of ITC not available and is divided into ITC not available and ITC reversal. Reverse charge credit on import of services is not part of this statement and need to be entered by taxpayers in Table 4A 2 of Form GSTR3B. Friends, how to access GSTR2B? You can access your GSTR2B through login to GST portal, Returns Dashboard, select Return Period. They are pro GSTR2B. Now you can view or download summary statement or section-wise details in Excel or PDF format. Thank you for watching and subscribing.